welcome back to another video. On today's video, as you've seen with the title, I wanted to share with you guys 5 bottles of bubble that I've quite enjoyed this year, and I think they will make a perfect bottle of bubbly for those who are celebrating this festive season. You're celebrating just to catch up with your family and friends you haven't seen in a long time, or you just want something that's easy to drink while you're at home, in the comfort of your home, without really breaking your bank balance. And I think also these bottles, 5 bottles that I've chosen for you guys, that I'm sharing with you guys, are perfect really for if you're looking for something just to have a drink without really having to accompany them with a meal. You can just enjoy them on their own. And for me, during this year, they've been like my go-to, depending on what I'm celebrating or why I'm drinking them. A lot of them has been like me chilling at home, really, feeling that I want something nice, sort of like sweet, not too sweet, but something that's easy to drink in a way, because not all of them are sweet. The main point being really a bottle of bubble that you can just enjoy at home, either on your own, or if you're just feeling like something, to drink at home. So without wasting your time, I'm going to shoot straight to the first bottle. A lot of these bottles, you actually know them. The only reason I'm sharing them is because they've been my really go-to bottle this year for some reason, throughout the year. And I am going to end the year with, obviously, them. So the first one is FIZZ. Everyone knows FIZZ. It's that perfect sort of like mixture of, I don't want to get drunk, I just want something, little. A lot of brands or a lot of supermarkets, they do their own versions. Brands do their own versions. They tend to be really low in percentage in terms of the alcohol. You taste more of the flavor. They tend to be like orange juice. And the perfect thing also about these, you can actually make your own at home, where you use any bottle of champagne. If you've got like a good sort of like cheap bottle of champagne at home, but you don't want that too much alcohol, you can just mix it with an orange juice. And this one is actually my favorite. It's a Clementine FIZZ sparkling, and it's got about 4% in it, and it retails for about £4 at Tesco's. And it's perfect if you are having breakfast, especially on Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, and Boxing Day. Those are the days I tend to actually sort of like pop a few of these with the family. And also if you've got like teenagers who are starting, not teenagers really, but I'm talking about your 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds who you've started to allow to have alcohol in the family with, while they're having dinner with the family. This is like perfect for them if, obviously they haven't upgraded to the proper champagne thing, because it's got a bit of orange. They're not going to be too drunk, and also they are at home chilling, so no harm done there. If you're that type of a parent that, like supervising what the kids are drinking, not necessarily like, young kids, as I've said, I'm talking about your 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds drinking at home while they're having a meal, this is perfect for them, just to have a little sip and to do a cheers with the family, that kind of a sort of like thing. So I absolutely love this, and obviously at a price point of £4, really, you can't really go wrong. As I've said, a lot of shops like your Marks and Spencer, your John Lewis, they all do their own branded, or as I've said, you can do it at home. So that's really been my go-to. Just going up the scale from FIZZ, this drink I'm going to share with you, I've been drinking it since I was growing up in South Africa. Not like, if I say growing up, not as a child, but when I started drinking at the age of 18, me and my friends used to buy this, and we used to think, we were drinking God knows what, but to this day, I love it. And this is a sparkling wine, which is one of my favorite brands, South African JC Leroux. And this is the red one. This is the, it's sparkling wine. And I, for some reason, my brother always brings me a bottle of these when he comes down from Huddersfield, because I haven't been able to find a shop locally that sells South African goodies. But every time he comes down, he buys me these and bring them. So I always have a bottle. And the red one is my favorite. It also comes in the rosé, in the white. So if you are watching this from South Africa, I think for me personally, this is the perfect sort of like festive season kind of drink that's not going to break your bank balance, but you can actually enjoy it, and it'll be almost like you're drinking champagne. I know it's not champagne, but it is some type of like bubbly, as I've said, that sparkling wine. This is perfect to drink on its own. You can have it with food, but I quite enjoy this on its own at home. Pop one of these in the fridge, chilled, and I could finish a glass easily. Percentage on this one is 7.5. So remember, don't drink and drive. If you are gonna have this, make sure that you're not planning to drive, and it can hit you a bit heavily, especially, you know, if you're drinking without food. Sometimes the alcohol hits you harder than if you are eating. But as you've seen with the title of this video, I'm recommending bottles of bubbles that you can drink on their own without having to accompany them with any meals and still enjoy them. This is sort of like, it's on a sweeter side, fruity, and as I've said, you can find a dry one, which is the white one. In terms of, I know obviously some of the people that are watching this video, they are based in the UK. In terms of the comparison, or what I could recommend, if obviously you can't find this one, we also have like an Asti. A lot of brands do them. The famous one is the Martini Asti, which is on a sweeter side. That I have drank it so many times, especially in Chinese functions. They do love their Asti, Chinese gathering. It's on a sweeter side. It's perfect to drink on its own, or if you want sort of like an after dessert kind of like drink that you can have more like an aperitif, if you may put it that way. But yes, I will say Asti will be the alternative. And if you are in America, I have came across, let me try and see if I could remember what it's called. It's a Californian sparkling wine, which is called BAREFOOT, which I came across here in the UK, which I'm going to assume, obviously, if you are in America, you can find it in any store. It is sparkling wine. Maybe, you know, you can try that instead of the JC. If you can't find the JC or the Asti, that is like the perfect. And also in terms of the price range, they're being sold in supermarkets, so it's not too bad. I am not sure how much this is. The last time I was in South Africa, I think the bottle was less than 200 pounds, 300, not pounds, rands. In terms of here, I think my brother normally buys it for, I'm going to try and find out how much the bottle is here in the UK in terms of pounds, and I'm going to try and put everything in the description box down below with all the prices of these, and obviously the names of the ones I might have recommended for you guys, and obviously the links if I could find the links. But yes, that is my second bottle, the JC Leroux, the sparkling wine in the red, or the red, which I've said you can also find this one in the rosé and also in the dry white. Going up on the price range and also the type of bubbly that I will go, I'll probably say the next stage of the bubble will be the Prosecco. I know a lot of people love Prosecco. I have been obsessed, like loving this Kylie Minnow Prosecco. The bottle, beautiful, and the price point is not too bad. You're looking at about, I think, 12 pounds at Tesco's, and it is delicious in the rosé as well. I tend to gravitate a lot towards like some rosé because of the I don't know if it's the sweetness, but as I've said, for me, these bottles have been the godsend in terms of like drinking them on their own. I find that a lot of rosé, they're easy in that sense where you can drink them alone without having to actually have, you know, any food with them and quite enjoy them and not worry about having to match them with meals. You can still have them with meals, but in terms of the taste and the easiness of drinking them, definitely. I know not everybody like Prosecco, and Proseccos, they do tend to be more, to have more fruitier notes. You can go, if you're not like, Prosecco is not your favorite, or you're not into sort of like fruitier sort of like flavors on your bubbles or on your sparkles, maybe go for the CAVA, because the CAVA tend to be more onto the citrusy side. In terms of the CAVA, there's so many brands that you can actually get. So if you're not a Prosecco fan, because obviously it's a little bit sweeter, or it's more to the sweeter flavors like your berries, your raspberries, maybe do go about the CAVA. Any CAVA will do, depending on your price point, what you're going for. But this Prosecco one, as I've said, the rosé, retails at about £12. A lot of supermarkets do it, Tesco's, you know, your Sainsbury's, and all of them, they do them. And also probably online, if you know, you haven't got supermarkets near you. Yeah, so that would be my sort of like third bottle that I would recommend of bubble, that is easy to drink without having to accompany it with any meal whatsoever. Drink it in the comforts of your own home. Right, going up now the scale, where you are still not breaking your bank balance, but you kind of like want something that's more a bit up there, a bit more classy. I have been enjoying this champagne, which is also Perrier JOUET. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, guys. It's French. I can't say much or speak much of French, but this is the name. I'm just gonna bring the bottle closer. It is Blossom Rosé. It is onto the sweeter side. I absolutely love this with dessert. I know I've said these you can have without having to accompany them with any meal, but I tend to open this one after I've had my dessert, or just when I'm about to have my dessert, and then I'll finish the bottle on its own. This retails at about £50. You can like get it on special sometimes, but normally a lot of like shops and sort of like online like Amazon, you probably could get a bottle for about between 40 and £50. And this champagne, guys, it is beautiful. You can find it in a white, but as I've said, I've chosen this one specifically for the fact that you can have it like on its own, or with, you know, towards the end of your dessert, and you're just chilling, you've had your dinner, and you just want, also this could be perfect for, you know, celebrating with your girlfriends or your family you haven't seen in a long time, and you just want to pop a bottle of something and just, you know, celebrates those special moments, whether you've had a kid or you've, you know, those special moments. It is a perfect sort of like bottle that is not gonna break your bank balance. The last bottle is quite on the very expensive side, and the reason I've picked this one up, it is not a rosé, and that is the Dom Perignon. Guys, I am actually, for me, when I first tried this, I remember a few years ago, I don't think I ever thought like, you know, first of all, let's talk about the price point of this one. It is not cheap. You are looking at about 150 to 200 pounds, depending on the year of the champagne. This is the cheapest one in the vintage 2010. I think you could get this for around about 150, 160, depending where you purchase it. And guys, it is the cream of the champagnes. I will probably say it's probably on the same league as your, not in terms of the price point, but in terms of how good it is in terms of the taste. I will put it on the same as your Crystal and your Ace of Spades. I know some people are gonna be rolling their eyes, but for me, I've tasted all those three and I always go back to the Dom. For me, it's the best. Yes, sometimes I know brands are being marketed for certain, like in a certain way, or are aimed at certain people. For me, as an average Joe, this is for me. Love this. It's so easy to drink on its own. It is so smooth. It is just perfect. So if you're looking for something, you know, coming, you want to celebrate, as I've said, the end of the year, you are grateful that you know, you've made it through this year, again, a second year of pandemic, and you want something. Obviously, some people are not going to be going out to celebrate the new year. They're going to stay at home. You want to cook something fancy, whether it's your steak or it's your salmon or your sea bass, like a good sort of like a dinner. You want to feel like you're somewhere in a restaurant, and you want a good bottle of champagne to accompany that meal at home. This is the one. If you also want something that you can drink after you've had your meal and you've drunk your wine or whatever, and you want something to really drink on its own, but will probably a little bit break your bank balance, definitely will be, I'll say go for this one. For me, those are really the 5 bottles that I've had this year, and I feel like they make a cut for me in terms of this festive season, what I want to go to. These 5 bottles are the bottles that I want to go to I want to give to my guests when they arrive without having to worry. And I want them to say, we drank quite a good bottle. Oh, what is this that I'm drinking? And ask questions. So the choice is yours. These are all the 5, as I've mentioned. So it's up to you to decide which one, you know, will suit you or will fit your bank balance. But if you can try all 5 of them, even better. So those are really my 5 bottles for festive season celebratory bottles, bubbles or champagne or sparkling wine or cava or prosecco. I will say go to the shop, try them, and you are not going to regret it. If you've had these bottles, you've tried one of these bottles, let me know on the comment section below, what do you think of them? And if you obviously like them or you haven't liked them, and you know, and I'm hoping, you know, you will have something, you will find something between those 5 that will be to your taste. Yeah, let me know what you think. And I think I'm gonna finish this video here. I've got one obviously chilling in the fridge, which is my FIZZ, which I'm gonna have right now while I'm watching a movie. And because obviously kids are going to be back from school in a bit, and I don't want them coming home to mommy drunk. So FIZZ will be the choice for me at the moment. I'm going to pop one, as I've said, pour myself a glass and enjoy. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this video, and do let me know on the comment section below what your thoughts are on these 5 bottles that I've chosen. And as I've said, if you have tried them, let me know which one was your favorite, or which one do you prefer, even which one you want to try. And that's all for today. I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video.